Have you ever second guessed your intuition only to realize later that you were right all along? Have you ever felt a deep inner knowing but ignored it because it didn't make sense? Have you ever hidden your spiritual beliefs or practices, worried about what others might think? For many of us, spiritual visibility feels vulnerable. Maybe you grew up in a home where intuition wasn't valued, where logic and practicality ruled. Maybe you were taught that gut feelings weren't reliable, that you needed proof before trusting yourself. Maybe you've been afraid of fully stepping into your spirituality, worried about judgment, misunderstanding, or rejection. But here's what I need you to hear. Your inner wisdom is not random, it is sacred. You don't need permission to trust yourself. And spiritual visibility is about embracing all of who you are without fear. Welcome back to Journey to Self. I'm your host, Sandy Bartlett. We've been on a journey of becoming visible in our confidence, finances, and leadership. But today, we're turning inward because visibility isn't just about how the world sees you, it's about how you see yourself. Today, we're going to talk about how to connect with your intuition, trust your inner wisdom, and step into spiritual visibility with confidence. But first, let's do our intuitive moment. The card I pulled is from the Work Your Light Oracle deck, and it is the Yes card. Just say yes. The message is pretty clear, simple, and powerful. This card is a reminder that when your soul whispers yes, you don't need a list of reasons, a 5-point plan, or anyone else's approval. This is a moment of alignment, a sacred invitation to trust what already feels true deep within. So I want you to ask yourself, what have you been quietly feeling called toward? Where is your intuition gently nudging you to say yes? What might open up for you if you stopped second guessing and simply trusted that inner guidance? This card invites us to surrender the overthinking and choose faith over fear. Say yes to your truth. Say yes to your light. Say yes to the version of you that's been waiting to be seen. Let's hold this energy as we move into today's conversation on spiritual visibility and the courage it takes to be fully you. Think back to your childhood. I know I do that a lot, but that's where we form our beliefs and our values. So, for our soul dive, many of us, our relationship with intuition was shaped early in life. So, again, think back to childhood. Were you encouraged to listen to your gut, or were you taught to be realistic? Did you feel free to explore spirituality, or was it tied to strict rules and expectations? Were emotions and inner knowing validated, or were they dismissed as overreacting? Maybe you sensed things as a child, people's moods, energies, truths that weren't spoken, but were told you were too sensitive. Maybe you had spiritual experiences but kept them quiet out of fear of being misunderstood. Maybe you learned to trust external opinions over your own inner knowing. I know, relate to that. And so, as adults, we overanalyze instead of trusting our instincts. We seek answers outside of ourselves, even when we already feel the truth. And we struggle with spiritual visibility, hiding our beliefs or practices, worried about judgment. But here's the deal: your intuition is a gift, not a flaw. Your spiritual path is yours to define. And the moment you start honoring your inner wisdom, everything shifts. So let's talk about what that really looks like in real life. For years, I looked outside myself for validation. I would feel something deeply, an instinct, a nudge, a knowing, but I would wait for confirmation before trusting it. Until one day, I had a moment where I ignored my intuition and immediately regretted it. I knew I shouldn't say yes to something. My gut was telling me this is not right for you. But I rationalized, I doubted, I ignored it. And later, I realized my intuition had been right all along. That was the moment I decided I would no longer need proof to trust myself. I would no longer dismiss my gut feelings as just emotions. I would embrace my spiritual visibility, whether others understood it or not. And let me tell you, everything changed. So, for your inner reflection, I want you to sit with this for a little bit. And again, like in the past, journal it, meditate on it, sit with it. Where have you ignored your intuition in the past? What spiritual practices or beliefs have you kept hidden? What would change if you fully trusted yourself starting today? Just let those questions settle in your heart. There's a quote from Rebecca Campbell that I found when I was preparing for Whispers of Wisdom. Your intuition is the GPS of your soul. Trust where it is leading you. Love that. Think about it. Your inner wisdom is always speaking to you. The question isn't whether you have intuition, it's whether you're listening. And the more you trust it, the louder it gets, because you already know what's meant for you. For your empowerment action this week, I want you to take one step toward trusting your inner wisdom. Option 1, journal about a time your intuition was right. Use it as proof that you can trust yourself. Option 2, say yes to something that feels aligned, even if you can't logically explain why. Option 3, share a spiritual belief, practice, or experience with someone safe. Own your spiritual visibility. And if you're ready to deepen your connection to intuition and embrace spiritual visibility, my second Spring Awakening coaching program is designed to help you step into your full power without fear. You'll find the link in the show notes. So let's talk about how to step into this next chapter together. Your intuition is not random, it is wisdom. You don't need outside permission to trust yourself. Next week, we're talking about public presence and speaking up, how to use your voice, share your message, and own your power in public spaces. If today's episode spoke to you, I hope you'll share it with a friend who needs the message as well. Make sure to hit subscribe and follow to get notified of new episodes. And until next time, be true to you.